Hey guys, today we are talking about guitar strings, and I want to share my recent experience with a new gauge of string that I just started using for the first time. And this is the Elixir Nanoweb Custom Light strings. So I just picked the custom lights up by accident, and I'll share that quick story with you in a second here. But I just put these on my LTD M1000 Deluxe guitar. In fact, I did this live on YouTube a couple of days ago, and a lot of you joined me there. I figured, hey, I'll change strings and we can have a quick chat about metal and guitar. That was a fun time. Actually, I'll be doing that again because I've got another guitar I need to change strings on soon as well. But anyway, so yeah, the Elixir Nanoweb Custom Light. So basically these strings are a hybrid between Elixir's light and super light. The lights are 10 through 46, but the super lights are 9 through 42. So the custom light is a direct hybrid between those. Now I say I got these by accident because I was ordering online and I thought that I was getting my normal Elixir lights. I've been playing with those specific strings for, gosh, I don't even know how long it's been, but so long. And I was like, oh, I'll just order the same thing, you know, I love the strings. And I guess I pressed custom light instead. So, you know, I got a couple packs of custom light strings here. Well, one pack now because I just put the other one on this guitar. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of glad though that I did that. I'm going to tell you what I like about them, but I'm also going to tell you the thing that I'm not quite sure about quite yet with these specific strings here. And of course, I want to let you hear what they sound like with this guitar here. And I'm going to play another guitar that just has the lights on there, light strings on there, to see if you can tell the difference between the two strings. What I like about these strings is, for one, my leads are much easier to play because you've got those lighter strings towards the bottom there. And of course the bendability, I mean, it's like, holy crap, man, I'm bending all over the place now. I almost have to be careful not to bend too much because I'm not used to playing with 9s. I usually have a 10 down there. And of course that B and G string, those are smaller than what I'm used to as well. Now the one challenge I will say I have though, and I'm still getting used to this, it is kind of weird when you're going from the D to the G string. That's where the hybrid is, you know, you go literally from light to super light. So there's a substantial difference almost between that D and that G string because of the different gauges involved there. You know, you're going from like one extreme to another almost. So that takes a little bit getting used to when you're playing your leads or you're playing certain riffs even, and you're using that D and G string together. It kind of feels a little weird, but I'm kind of getting used to it, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. It's just kind of something new, and it's a little weird at first. All right, so let's plug in the LTD here. I'm going to plug it right into my EVH amp. We're going to mic it up because I want you to hear this thing with a real amp. I'll record it in my studio so that way you'll get a direct signal. And I'm also going to play my Ibanez guitar a little bit here as well, and that has the lights on it, the 10 through 46. I mean, in all honesty, you probably won't be able to hear any difference between the two, but hey, you know what? It's just cool to play guitar on video, so let's do that. So the caveat to what you just heard, and I don't know if you could tell the difference, if you could hear the difference, let me know in the comments if you could, but the caveat here is the LTD, those are with the brand new custom lights, the 9 through 46. The Ibanez that you heard, those are the lights, the 10 through 46, and actually I've had those strings on for about 6 months, so they may not have as good as tone. And of course, both guitars have entirely different pickups. You've got active in the LTD, and the Ibanez has the passive, and they're stock pickups at that. So of course, you're gonna hear the different sounds out of them, but I don't know if you're able to hear like the different string tone and the substance behind those strings, if that makes sense. So again, let me know in the comments, but I will tell you from experience, it is different playing with the 9s, having that lighter string, those lighter 3 strings, and it's kind of it's a little bit more liberating, but you have to be careful if you're not used to playing with lighter strings at the bottom, because you're kind of going all over the place by accident, you know. And then if you're used to playing with the 10s, of course, you feel a little bit more secure in those notes and that sort of thing. So it's just a matter of getting used to it. But I do like the flexibility and the bendability of the custom lights. That's pretty cool. And I've still got my larger gauge strings up top. So it's like that Van Halen song on the 5150 album, The Best of Both Worlds. And that was Van Hagar, which I love Sammy's voice, I always have. Now, one thing real quick I didn't tell you before is my LTD, the one that has these custom lights on here, I did have to do some setup because it has the Floyd Rose, all right? It has the floating tremolo on there. Those last 3 strings are a little bit smaller, but it wasn't like a complete overhaul. Like my guitar wasn't like completely out of whack. I just had to take the back plate off and just adjust the screws just a little bit, and it didn't really take long at all. So if you have lights on your guitar, or even super lights for that matter, and you go to the custom light, I don't think you'll have, that difficult of time with the setup. You'll just have to make some minor adjustments, nothing major, and I think you'll be okay. Now, if you don't have a floating tremolo or a Floyd, then hey, you're set. Sometimes I wish I didn't have a floating tremolo, and I keep swearing to myself that, like, dude, next guitar I get is not gonna have a Floyd or floating tremolo. Of course, I'll get the guitar and probably miss the whammy, but hey, it's just one of those struggles that us guitar players have. It's just like finding the perfect tone. You find the perfect tone one day, and then tomorrow you're looking for that perfect tone again. It's like, what happened? Anyway, guys, real quick, if you don't have my free guide, I've got a free practice guide called Metal Riffs and Licks. There's a link in the description of this YouTube video, so you can go download that. That puts you into my email list, and that's how I keep in touch with my metal guitar family here. Also, there are links to listen to my albums, my music, and buy my merch. I'm actually wearing one of my shirts today because I just mailed out. I've got like this CD and t-shirt bundle deal on my shop, and I just had to mail some of these out, so I was doing some videos for social media and that sort of thing with a shirt on. I normally don't wear my own shirt, 'cause it's like, hey, it's like a name tag. It's Jason Stallworth. That's you. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for supporting my channel here. Please give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video. Until then, as always, keep it metal.